Hi Flosstube! Welcome to this video. My name is Anna and I'm here to talk about cross stitch. Today is Sunday, February 2nd. Happy Groundhog Day. I am looking a little worse for wear today because we have had some sickness in our house. Yeah, I think it's norovirus. I think all three of us got norovirus. We are on the mend. We didn't go get tested for it, but I think if you've had it or you're familiar with the symptoms and you were to hear what we experienced, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's norovirus. It was very sudden, very intense, and yeah, I wouldn't say that I had it the easiest, but I think my symptoms lasted for the shortest duration. Ethan still has a fever, my husband is still recovering, so yeah, needless to say, the last week or so I did not get very much stitching done, and actually all of this month of January has been not a great stitching month, but I still have things to show you, and I wanted to give an update just to show you what I've been working on. I had one finish, I had one very small start and almost finished it. I thought about finishing it today instead of recording a video, but you'll just see it very close to almost done. And then I had two additional whips. So I will just go ahead and get started. I will start by showing you one of the whips that I worked on. It did snow a couple of times in January here in Colorado, so I pulled out my snow day stitch, which is this snowman gathering stocking from Dimensions. And I am working around the outside of the stocking, and I worked over here in the reindeer, and I actually got to some of those jingle bells, which worked in some of the metallic thread that comes with the kit. So let me pull this out. This will probably be a pretty quick video just because I am not feeling well and I don't have a lot to show, so we'll just breeze through these and see how it goes. Okay, so let's see, I'll do it this side. This is where I got to. So I worked in more browns through here, and then I started on some of these jingle bells. The color hit over here, but I just carried it whichever direction. So it's a blend with one of the gold threads and a metallic. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but it looks really nice. It makes me excited to work with this a bit more, this color. It is kind of a strange floss to work with. Let me see if I can grab it without making too much noise here. I keep, for my Dimensions kit, I put all of my floss on bobbins and keep it in a floss box. When there's this many colors, I prefer bobbins and a floss box. That's just how I like to do it. I just snip them off and use it. But here's the metallic thread, and it's got like a horsehair quality to it. So it was interesting to work with. It was easier to work with than some of the other metallics I've used, but it was just kind of strange. It's not springy the way that others are, but it's stiff. So just an interesting thing, and I'm excited to be using that in the stocking and to actually see how it's starting to look on the fabric. So that was my snowman stocking. The other whip that I worked on did not get nearly enough progress for my liking or to reach my end of year goal, but I did work on Teresa Winsler's Millennium. My goal this year is to do this 1/1 moon and to stitch like this corner more, and I did work on this corner. I did not get to any 1/1, but that's to be expected with the way things were this last month. So this is where I got to on this one. So I mostly worked up here, and this is basically the top corner here. There is some smoke coming up, and that's what some of these gaps are through here. But yeah, I made some progress, and you know, after the month I had, that's fine. So that's how far I got on that one. Okay, and then I guess I will show you my finish now, or yeah, let's see. Avalanche here. So I finished No Bees, No Honey by Birds of a Feather. So this is what the mock-up looks like. I chose my own colors, except I kept the browns, and I also made some other changes in here that I'll show you. I stitched this on a blue fabric that I got, I think I got it from a thrift store a long while back. I don't know what the color is, but it's a bright blue. And if it doesn't show up on camera here, I'll try to take a picture outside because I really love how the colors turned out. And it always just looks really gray on camera. So here's my finish. Oopsies. No bees, no honey. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It's like a warm blue, which I know is a weird way to describe it, but it's like a robin's egg blue maybe. But yeah, there's my finish. I love it. I'm very excited to get this on the wall. It should be easy to find a frame that will work for me. It's square. So one of the things that I did is the original pattern has these brown blocks where you can put letters and numbers. I did not stitch those. Instead, I added an extra flower and leaf, and then over here I added an extra little flower and a bee. So I just filled in that space a little bit, and I really like it without it. I tried to work in my initials somewhere and it just didn't look right, so there's none, and this is just going to hang in my office, so I don't need to initial it. Yeah, I also changed the colors of the letters. Just whatever colors I used in the flowers and the border, I mixed in here just wherever I thought they would work. So the lightest color shows up better in person, but it is pretty light still. So I'm really happy with it. These letters especially remind me of a sampler that Leah Noel from Rhubarb Patch Studio. I mentioned her channel before and I called her Leanne, but it's Leah Noel. When you're recording Flosstube, sometimes just basic information just poofs right out of your brain, and I didn't even realize I misspoke until I was editing. But anyway, she's doing a sampler with a lot of really festive colors, and that's kind of the vibe I wanted with this alphabet here, and I think I accomplished it, and I like it a lot. So it says no bees, no honey, no work, no money, and this will be a priority to get framed and up on my wall in my office here. I like the phrase is slightly snarky, but it's not like profanity or anything. It's just a happy reminder that we're all worker bees. So yeah, that is my finish. Okay, the little new start that I had was one of the smalls from this book, Leaflet. It's from Suzy Zoo with Love, and I've stitched one of these little animals every year, the last couple of years. So this is my third one, and I did the mouse. So there's a mouse here, and I am not doing this heart around him, and I am not doing this sash around him, but I am doing the bow and arrow. I'll show you where he's at. So this is where I'm at on this little mouse. I think he's really cute. All of these animals have like round rosy cheeks, and I just left that out and did like his normal fur color. This one also had his tongue sticking out like in concentration, and I just left that out. So I've finished the stitching and I have started the back stitch. This one has a lot more back stitch than the others, but it's really needed because of like well, you can see this is like a blob, and these little feathers, or what are they called? Fletchings? There's a name for the end of these arrows, and I can't remember it right now, but there's a lot of back stitching in here to give them more definition, and I haven't done that yet. And this is the one where I thought about, buckling down and finishing the back stitching before this video, but no, if I do that, then the video will never happen. So here it is, and hopefully next time you see it, it will not only be finished entirely, but it will be in its cute little frame that I have for it. So yeah, this is the mouse from that little booklet. Okay, that is everything that I stitched on in the month of January. Like I said, it felt like a short month because of many things that happened. I was planning on doing a work trip early in January, but it got canceled because of a snowstorm. it was snowing here in Denver, and I made it all the way to the airport through security, and I was on my way to my gate when I got a notice that my flight had been canceled because of a snowstorm in Dallas where we were supposed to be flying. So I ended up having to come home from the airport. I did not get my like alone in the hotel stitching time that I was expecting. It was great to just have a weekend off at home, but I was looking forward to a break where I could get some stitching in and sleep in and that kind of thing. And then, you know, it was just a whirlwind of things happening. I do want to do a giveaway. So I would like to give away this pattern, Birds of a Feather, No Bees, No Honey. I won this as a giveaway from Kathy, the Crafty Cat Stitcher. So if you want to win this No Bees, No Honey chart, please leave a comment about how you use honey in your life. Maybe you don't like honey, so you don't use it. I personally don't use honey very often at all. I do use honey in hot toddies, which is an alcoholic drink. It's a whiskey drink. It's very whiskey forward, so if you don't like whiskey, then maybe don't try it. But when I have a hot toddy, I will do, well, it calls for 1 ounce of whiskey, 1 cup of boiling water, 1 slice of lemon, and 1 tablespoon of honey. It's a pretty easy ratio to remember. I go light on the honey, heavy on the lemon, sometimes heavy on the whiskey. But I also drink whiskey like on the rocks in the summer, and in the winter I just like it in a hot toddy. So that's how I like to use honey. Tell me in the comments how you use honey, and you will be entered to win the giveaway for this chart. Okay, so that is all of that. I do have a little bit of haul to share with you, so I will go grab that. Okay, I do not have any thrifting haul. I did go to a couple of thrift shops. I did not go to very many estate sales. It's a pretty quiet time of year for estate sales, and just life right now. It's just not in the cards for me to go shopping for maybe nothing. Anyway, I did place an order with 123 Stitch for Christmas and birthday for myself, and I have a very long wish list on that website. So what I did is I just went into my wish list and I just picked a few things that were either on sale right then, or that I'd been wanting to buy, or maybe they were a new designer that I've not tried yet, new to me designer. So I'll just share quickly what I got from 123 Stitch, and then after that, I'm not sure if there'll be a life update or not. We'll see if I can come up with any other information, but like I said, it's been a rough week, so let's go through these really quick. So one designer I'd really like to stitch is Crochet a Go-Go? Should have looked this up. And I hear people say it all the time, but this is not my wheelhouse. This, is it French? I don't know. Anyway, I got this one. It's, you know what? You can just read it right there. I'm not even going to try. But it's this really cute Santa. And I love this designer because they seem so delicate. Like I really like to stitch some of the other ones, but this is the one that was on my wish list that I grabbed. So I got that one. I also got Pedal Pusher Rascals. I think this is so sweet, and it will fit right in with my Easter decor because I do mostly just like plain, like even faceless rabbits and carrots. So I might even stitch this one this year. It's all DMC on the back here, so I might even have all the colors. I might stitch this right away. I might even use that same blue that the No Bees No Honey is on because I didn't use the whole piece. We'll see. So I got this one, Rascals by Pedal Pusher. Also, I watch Barbie from Pedal Pusher has not done a Flosstube in a while, but some of her Flosstubes where she changes the colors on Prairie Schoolers really inspired me to start changing my own colors. So if you have not checked out her channel, go and see what she's been working on. I also got Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden Samplings. I think this is just really bright and fun and smaller than some of the other things that I have. Also from Cottage Garden Samplings, I got Basket Full of Love. I think that this would be a lot of fun to stitch with this pattern here. I have several of their patterns and I have not stitched a single one, so maybe this year is the year to pick one and do it. Okay. I also got Sue Hill's Designs Dark Shadows. I thought that these smalls would be easy to stitch and the themes and the style would fit with the rest of my Halloween things. I also got from Rosewood Manor, Oh Feathers. I don't know what it is about this one that I like so much. I really do like peacock colors, but not like for my house. So maybe this, if I finish this one, maybe it would live in this room. But I really like it, so I got it. I also got Good Tidings from the Drawn Thread. I can't remember who I saw stitching this, but someone on Flosstube was stitching it, and seeing their project up close made me really want to stitch it. Like, this cover photo doesn't show just how bright it is. Maybe that person switched the floss and I'll have to see when I pull the floss for it, but yeah, Good Tidings by the Drawn Thread. And then I also got myself a Dimensions kit. Like, I need another one, but I got Holiday Village. So those are the things that I got from 123 Stitch for Christmas, basically, and my birthday, which was earlier in January. Yeah, I am drawing a blank on what else we did in January because the last few days have just been like a tunnel of sickness and trying to stay on top of things like laundry and dishes, and we have pets, a dog and a cat, so I had to get out of bed to take care of them, that kind of thing. So yeah, we're just gonna focus on recovering. It's Sunday, which means I have work tomorrow, so we'll see how prepared I am for a full work day. But yeah, we're on the mend, so no worries here. It's just been rough the last few days, and I am glad that I got on to give you this little update. Hopefully at the end of February, I will have more stitching to show and more life stuff to share, and also be maybe a little more chipper. So thank you for joining me, and happy stitching. Bye.